What's going on, people? Welcome to United View and welcome to the preview for our game against Spurs at Old Trafford. There was already a fan cash, expressions, KG, they had to go at it. Combined 11, I had to fight for every single player, and it wasn't many because we're a mess right now with Tobes. But now Abbi needs bringing back down to earth. I've had to bring her in. She's had to come in for the preview. Abbi, what are you saying?
Just living in my villain era.
You've actually been unbearable at times. But you know this because I've said on DR. There's been certain moments where I'm like,
yeah, but you know
people
what?
are catching strays.
People
you think
will catch
you're wicked.
strays. Do you know why? Because I do hold my licks when we lose. You, on the other hand,
No.
don't turn up.
What do you mean?
So many times
I've
you
been
don't
there through
turn
the
up.
worst humiliation of my whole content creation life. 7-0. I've been there.
Yeah, okay. You held
I've
the
been there
7.
when we lost to
But you've
Arsenal.
lost
I've been there
loads.
taking
You've
loads
lost
of
loads
licks.
this season. You've
I
been
don't know
poor
about
loads this
2.
season. You've missed loads of shows.
I've missed one where we
Loads.
won.
No, you haven't.
Yes, Chelsea, when I couldn't even cook my teeth because when we beat them up.
You've missed loads.
Well, I tell you what I ain't gonna miss. I'm gonna be there on this Monday. Yeah, exactly.
Miss Monday. Ooh.
So, Big
so scared.
Ange, you got some nice new signings. You got Timo Werner, you got Dragusin. Yeah, yeah, all your little new players you ain't even heard of before, but all of a sudden, you're up their arse now.
You're so bitter, man.
Talk to me about Spurs. Talk to me about this game. Talk to us about this game.
Do you know what? I don't want to come across as like being cocky about a
No,
game.
I want you to say how you feel.
I don't want to be cocky about a game because anything can happen, and by me being cocky, you'll probably go the other way and we'll probably lose. But I don't fear United how I used to fear them, and I think most teams would probably say the same thing to you.
It's fair.
I don't have that same thing like, oh, it's United. I still think you can beat us, especially at home. But I don't have that fear factor around coming to Old Trafford or around United anymore. I think with us, probably the biggest benefit for you lot is that we're missing players. Obviously, Basuma, Sarah both at AFCON, Son is at Asia Cup, and Romero is still out, Maddison is still out. Ben Davies is now out for 4 to 6 weeks as well, who's been brilliant at centre-back. So I think this is kind of like the benefit for you. Like you're
that will work in our favour.
You're playing us at a good time for sure, kind of with these absentees. And I'm happy that Jan is kind of like a bit of a short month and there's not that many games. Just the 2 Premier League games for us as well in Jan. So it's not the worst case scenario. But also this is an opportunity for these 2 new signings to hopefully come in. And I expect Dragusin.
You think they'll go straight in?
I think Dragusin definitely comes straight in. Mickey van der Ven is expected to be back for this game, and I'm so happy.
But a whole new centre-back partnership. Dragson's only been there a couple of days. That's a big ask.
Yeah, and also I don't know what Mickey van der Ven we're going to see. Obviously, he's been out for 10 weeks. Like that
Long
10
time.
weeks has gone mad quick. And also it was a pretty bad injury in terms of his pace as well, the hamstring. I don't know how much that's going to affect him. But I love Mickey van der Ven. He was absolutely incredible. And he would have been my player of the season and maybe still will be at the end if he comes back the same. But he was absolutely brilliant. And up until the point, that Chelsea game where, they got injured and did some stupid things with suspensions, etc.
High line for life, mate.
High line for life. Everyone lost their heads. We hadn't lost a game.
I hope you do the same thing again. But you ain't got Romero though.
Romero is actually out injured, but he keeps trying to basically convince, I think, Ange that he's fit enough to play.
Sounds like Martinez.
Cut
from the same cloth, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we all know that Romero is absolutely mental in terms of just has that proper South American dog in him. And Dragusin apparently has the same.
Romanian dog.
Yeah, Romanian dog. And we were talking about it before. I've only watched him a couple of times for Genoa. I'm not going to pretend that I'm an expert on him or, think he's going to be a world beater in terms of coming straight in. But from what everyone has said, and we were talking about it before, people talk very highly of him.
They do.
Bayern Munich tried to kind of steal the deal. Instead, they've left Eric Dyer, which is great. Thank you for your service. But
don't say that because he's going to be winning.
I said thank you for your service.
And this is what I'm so glad for Eric Dyer because you see Eric Dyer, he's going to go and get some trophies, just like loads of people do when they leave. People like Lucas Moura, Ndombele, Brian Gill. Them man all got trophies afterwards.
I just said thank you for your service.
Alderweireld, even Joe Hart. Yeah. Everyone wins after they leave Spurs, so good luck to Dyer.
It's true, and he'll go to Bayern and he'll probably win the Bundesliga. Good for him.
He will.
Whether or not he'll play or not, he's only there to fill in for Kim Min-jae while he's off at
and De Ligt's
Asia
injured
Cup.
as well.
And De Ligt's injured, that's why. And to be fair to him, he might suit that league. You
disrespected him. You'll want him back.
No, I won't ever want him back.
I will
never want him back. But yeah, and also with Timo Werner, I know a lot of people have kind of been laughing about it outside of Spurs, but bar Toby. Toby's the only one I've seen be like
He's
quite
negative.
angry.
But he's moaning. I'd said
not
it to
angry,
Toby
but
when he was in it. I said, you moan
negative,
about everything. He moans
True.
about everything.
It's a fair point, but
No, Fuad's a bit sceptical as well.
yeah, I was talking to Fuad about it last week, and like, it's one of those things that I think if you take it on paper, and if someone said, do you want Timo Werner? And there were options, I'd probably say no. But do I believe if Ange wants him, and Ange, I know it's mad.
Just because Ange said,
it's mad for you to have a manager that you'd actually believe in. I know you don't have that. You don't have that kind of rapport with.
No, I'm
Eric
just saying
Ten
it's
Hag.
only been 6 months. He ain't won nothing yet. At least my manager's at least my manager's got a bit of a track record.
Flex.
Like, I'm just saying he's won something. He's won something.
Sorry,
with us.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I'm saying let the time transpire first.
You're also
get to the end of the season, you might not even get top 4. You don't know.
You're also 8th in the Premier League. You've been fucking.
It's where
dreadful.
you finish. It's where you finish.
It is where you finish.
It's where you finish, mate.
It is.
You were top of the league for how long? How many weeks were you counting? Top of the league, same as Lonely at the top. Where are you now? Top 4 race, mate.
Whoa, sorry. I'm not Arsenal. Don't you ever say I said it was lonely at the top. How dare you? How
That's
dare
why
you?
you didn't get a Cecil t-shirt as well.
Oh, you're pathetic. What I was gonna say is, I know it's only been 6 months, but when you knew how I was last season, right?
Yeah.
I'd given up. Like, it couldn't have got any worse from a Spurs perspective. I was done. Like, I was sick and tired of watching that week in, week out. You've had it this season.
Yeah.
I've seen where you've been. I see where Matisse is. I see where a lot of people are this season. And I've been there.
And you can identify, you can identify.
I understand, because when it's so bad and like you just can't see a way out, and I'll give credit to the board, because even though Ange wasn't their first choice, they still signed him. And Ange Postecoglou has done so much for this club. I can't even tell you. This was a dark place to be, Tottenham, and now it is very light.
He's lifted the mood.
He has lifted the mood. The players all buy into what he's selling. The players were not buying into anything Jose sold, anything Conte sold. He has shipped out all the players that he don't want there. He's made big decisions, you know. In the past, when we've had injuries, Eric Dyer or Davinson Sanchez would be the ones to come in regardless. He said, I'm not having it. It don't fit in with my beliefs, my system. I will have Ben Davies playing there, who always gives you a 7 out of 10, to be fair. And I'll have Emerson Royale playing there.
Well, he hasn't always. You don't wanted these types of guys out before.
Absolutely.
Which they give you 7 under Ange.
This is my point.
Yeah.
He has managed to make these players who should have been out the door last year, who fans were calling, we signed Pedro Porro last year. He couldn't defend. He was terrible. He's unbelievable this season. One of the players of the season for me in terms of the whole Premier League. Emerson Royale, dreadful last year. He's done a brilliant job at centre-half. Ben Davies has been at the club for 11 years. He's great at centre-back. And to be fair to Ben Davies, he's always been reliable. But he has managed to come in and make these players who probably should have gone out the door, you know, really give them a future at Spurs. And the ones he said, I'm absolutely not having, he's got rid of them. And I'm looking at the new defence. We've got a whole new back line. You know, Doggy's great. Obviously, Matt Van der Ven we love, Romero, Porro, now Dragusin, Vicario, incredible recruitment.
He's completely changing it bit by bit.
And I take my hat off also to Fabio Paratici, because these are all signings that he's made, along with Bentancur, Kulusevski, Bissouma, Sarr. So everything that Paratici has done, he's rarely missed. And I believe in whatever he's doing and whatever Ange's doing.
This is, in terms of the game, for Man United, it's a dangerous game. It's a dangerous game. The fact that you've got players missing does fill me with a little bit of confidence.
It helps you massively.
Massively, because Sarr, you haven't got anything that can replicate what Sarr and Bissouma give you, or what they've been giving you this season.
I'd say even Sarr more than Bissouma.
Yeah, he's actually been really good. I mean, Bissouma started off really good, then started getting between injuries and suspensions. Didn't really come back the same, unless I'm getting it wrong.
He didn't come back the same. After the Luton suspension, he was struggling a little bit after that. And again, he's still got a ban. So even after, he served I think 2, but even after AFCON, he'll still have to serve another.
His second red card, isn't it?
Yeah, but for me, Sarr is the most important one. Bentancur's back, which is so important to us.
Yeah, he's good on the ball. He can keep things ticking over.
He's phenomenal.
But I like the fact that Son's not there. Listen, he's world class. So if he's missing,
it's Son and Sarr.
Exactly, and the fact that Mickey Van der Ven is coming back from an injury as well, and it could be Draguson's first game thrown into the Lions. Then he still might need time to find his feet, and hopefully he doesn't have a worldie of a game. I'm expecting him to maybe, exactly. And Timo Werner, listen. Timo Werner, innit? He'll probably do all right. But it's a dangerous game for Man United. The way you play, you can swarm us, press us, make it difficult for us to get out. But on the flip side of that, and I'm going to draw to the Aston Villa game here now, because they play in a very similar way in terms of the high line, inverted fullbacks, being really aggressive, being very stuck in their ways for good, because they usually, look, they're second in the league, Aston Villa, doing better than both of us. Certainly us. But the way they play, and even at 2-0 up, they continue to play like that. And that's what let us back in the game. If Unai Emery would have went, tell you what, we've had a couple of scares here.
Yeah.
We've got a goal disallowed for offside. Let's drop back 10, 15 yards. It's just not in, like Ange says, like we famously laugh at. He said, if it was 5 men, I'll still play the same way.
Yeah.
That, I think, will be music to our ears, because if it was a low block, you saw what happened against Forest, saw what happened against West Ham.
You struggle
we
with
ain't
that.
got a clue.
Yeah.
We ain't got a clue against a team that is compact and rigid. But a team who comes out at us and can make it a transitional game, hopefully Eriksen can be in there as well, for a bit of quality in transition. Bruno as well, that's him in his bag. Making it like a basketball game and us just camping in, waiting to
I think it will
to do
be
that.
very much like
that.
that.
Will absolutely fall into our hands. And I think Rashford, Garnacho and Højlund, although respectively, obviously there's not a lot of goals in between, and Rashford's been absolutely awful. Shocking against Wigan. He's been shocking in general. But actually, against Villa was one of his better games. And the reason for it was, there's not a lot of time to think. You got one job. There's the high line, run across it and break the offside track.
Yeah.
Same with Garnacho, same with Højlund. And I think that really hurt.
That high line is...
High line for life.
That high line is,
I hope he does it.
commitment. Of course he's going to
Yeah,
do it. That's
exactly.
the way
And
we
do not
play,
move from
and
it.
we're committed to the way that we play.
Yeah.
And, we've seen it will catch you out sometimes.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
That will give us chances.
Yeah.
And we also may have players coming back ourselves.
Yeah.
Talking about how Romero, madman, wants to convince Ange that he's fit. There is a little bit going on, and rumours in the media, like good sources that are saying that Martinez is chomping at the bit, and obviously he's had 2 operations, broken metatarsals. I'm like, bro, chill. Like,
chill a minute.
If you're not ready, do not risk him. But
I don't think
you never know.
I don't think
he'll be.
for that.
Casemiro's not quite ready yet.
Also,
Harry Maguire could be back. Luke Shaw could be back. Eriksen could be back. So we've got players coming back as well.
And that's definitely something for Spurs to look at. But I do feel like I don't really fear any team. And one thing I would say is kind of about the way that we play with this high line. Against City, he did make tweaks. He brought on Højbjerg.
Yeah, in the second half when he did. Yeah,
and I think that'll probably be something else that we probably will do. Højbjerg is not a player that you want starting in an
Tried to flog him to us.
Yeah, well, we're trying to get rid of him, to be fair. I think he's also out of contract either at the end of the season or maybe next. And Bayern have actually been linked with him. We're not just trying to sell everyone to Bayern, but they've been linked with him as of Juventus. So you don't want to have Højbjerg starting in an Ange system because he slows it down. But he's great to bring on for the last 20
He's combative,
20
he'll
minutes,
get his
half
stuck
an
in,
hour
he'll run,
to see out a game. You
smash
want him
people.
100%. You want him for that. So I think that is kind of
Can you play Skip, please? The guy who told me he was going to get an England team.
Listen, you keep bringing this up.
Yeah, because
Let's bring up a conversation from about 3 years ago.
No, it's about 18 months ago.
No, it wasn't.
And
you
was
weren't
like,
even playing
Skip.
well 18 months ago.
Oliver Skip, I love him. He's
I do love Oliver
He's
Skip.
one of ours, and I tell you what,
I do.
he's going to be in the England squad really soon.
Is that your impression of me?
Yeah.
Is that your impression of me? Cool. Look, I think Oliver Skip was extremely promising. Had loads of promise. Had a really bad injury. And again, just kind of fell off to the wayside. Skip's another one that I really hope would do well and did come onto the scene very strongly. But again, it's probably just not going to happen. However, I would expect... I don't know how he'll go, but I think that I think he might want Timo Werner to start.
Do you think?
I think why not?
Dragusin, both of them.
Well, I think Dragusin has to start because we don't have anyone
else.
else.
He's been there less time than Werner. He's only just completed his medical... Have you even, at the time of recording, you haven't even announced it yet.
We haven't announced it.
I think it could be wishful thinking.
Well,
but he could
it's wishful thinking, but if Ben Davies was fit, I'd say he's not going to start.
Yeah, so they might force it through with him.
I think it might have to be. And
he's never played with his teammates
it's
before.
Also, I know, but it's not like he's not played football all summer.
Yeah, no, he's fit. He's
fully fit.
It's just knowing the league and knowing his
last week.
Baptism fire, innit? Get in, sink or swim.
Get in. Like at the end of the day, you're a footballer. Just go and do your job. And I think with Timo Werner as well, we need a much attacking force up there.
But you could, but if Timo Werner don't start, you could just go Brennan Johnson on the left, Richarlison up front, and Kulusevski on the right.
But I'm thinking in terms of the
Lascelles,
midfield,
Bentancur.
I think it might be Lo Celso, Bentancur, and Kulusevski in the 10.
Yeah, true.
And then Werner, Richarlison, Johnson.
And that can cause Man United problems.
But obviously it leaves us very open in the midfield.
It does leave you very open, which I hope you do.
But again, the way that the best chance for United is obviously through the fullbacks, because our fullbacks obviously bomb forward. They're part of the attack. You see a doggy go from being a fullback to a 6 to a 10 to sometimes up front. You see the same with Porro. So you're going to see a lot of movement with the fullbacks. I want to see elite
distribution from Onana. That's what we're going to see.
They are
He's
inverted.
made sure he didn't go AFCON for this.
Yeah, this is mental. What's that about? Are you not?
Don't
are
get
you
me started. It's
upset?
another show.
Are you upset?
No, I was cussing him
Yeah.
because I'm not Cameroonian, but I'm like, what kind of commitment is that?
I know.
They're turning up in all the nice traditional wear and stuff like
It's a
that
bit
on the
mad,
plane.
that.
Like, he's going to get on a plane and try and play the next game next day. And it's
What
like...
if he's just lost?
But then he might...
No, I'm not joking.
Yeah.
What if he's lost and then he's got to do that flight?
I don't know.
And he's got to get there and then play a game.
I'm looking at it like, just you're in or you're out, bro.
Would you have preferred him to not be there for this game?
No. Like, if he... Like,
What about your other
if he
keepers?
doesn't... Yeah, Bindy ain't seen him play. Don't know, because he keeps playing on every single game.
baptism of fire.
Bindy hasn't played. Yeah, exactly. It would have been that.
Yeah.
But it's going to have to be after that anyway, so we'll see. All right, predictions. It's all said and done now. You've bigged up your little players. You've bigged up little Ange.
I think I've been quite fair, actually.
You have.
I think I've been fair.
You have.
I've gone with the same scoreline on every prediction show. So I've gone with 2-0. I think it's probably unlikely that we will keep a clean sheet, but I'm just gonna go with what I initially said, which was 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Scorers off the top of your head. You're gonna go Werner, aren't you? Just because you just gone in.
I'm gonna go Werner.
Because you just gone in.
Timo time, and I'm gonna go Bentancur. Sometimes he used to
Not
hit.
Richarlison. Not Kulusevski.
No.
Not Brennan Johnson.
I know. I got a feeling about like someone from midfield scoring.
Pedro Porro, maybe.
Oh, what a goal that
Yeah,
was
exactly.
last week.
Okay, well, I'm going for no Spurs scorers because I think we're going to keep a clean sheet.
All right, cool.
And I'm going to go for a Man United 2-0 win.
So you've just done the same.
I've done the same.
Who's scoring for
I'm
you?
keeping it consistent. I said the same on DR. You know what? Rasmus Højlund's going to score.
Cool.
And Marcus Rashford's going to score. High line for life.
High line for life.
Garnacho.
Do you know what? There's every chance.
And Kobe Mainu is
Man
going
of
to
the
be
match.
potentially man of the match. He's going to be the best midfielder on the park.
Doubt it. There is such a high chance that this is going to be 2-2. There is so much chance.
We've done all this for
of
no reason.
Yeah.
There
There's
you
such
go.
a high chance this is going to be a draw.
Listen, we will be there to face the music, win, lose or draw on DR. So make sure you check that out. And also just in general to see me gloat on my fan view at the stadium, hopefully.
Look at him. Do you know what
Because
I
you
mean?
will be getting atted. And if I'm in the mud, I'm in the mud, I'll take it.
just-
I've been in the mud loads of times.
gotta hold it.
I'm with full KG energy where he's like, Flex, listen, you just got to write. You think when we lose, they're not going to be on us. So just enjoy everything to the max. So if we win, you're going to get it.
The
If
way
we lose,
KG came
I'll
for
hold
me
it.
last time, the way KG came for me, completely
unprovoked
unauthorised,
attack.
unprovoked, unauthorised, unnecessary.
Yeah.
That if you do lose, it's KG I'm after, not you.
Well, after DR, what I was saying, I don't know.
Yeah, but Monday morning you won't want to miss it.
Yeah,
that's for
exactly.
sure.
Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Drop your predicted lineups in there. Drop your thoughts and concerns about the game. And most importantly, your predictions. We're out of it. Take care. Peace.